This is going to be your weekly chakra energy check-in. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies you might be experiencing throughout your chakras. So in the comments, please let me know your zodiac sign and your word of the day. Okay, let's get some overall themes and messages here. Let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. Ooh. Have you been stifling any emotions lately? Have you been avoiding something that needs to be addressed? That could be your sign that it is time to let something come through. All right, let's see what else you need to know. Cardinal energy. Instigation, bravery, a pioneering spirit. It's time to be brave and to light that spark. Something new is coming your way. Okay, let's take another card. This is a very big deck. My goodness. New beginnings. Okay, there you go. Double messages of something new. And one more. Oh, as I'm dropping cards. Online. Meet on the internet. Chat. Connection. Maybe this is a sign for you to put yourself out there, as in online dating. I know many people have opinions on online dating. I talk about them every single day in my sessions. But making connections, getting a thicker skin, knowing what you like and what you don't like is very important to your personal growth and evolution. You know, just as a side note, yes, reading books and watching videos can really help your self-development and growth. But what you ultimately need is to be triggered by people. I know that's not fun or something that we necessarily want to do. It is exhausting. It is hard. However, it is necessary for growth. So let it come forth. That's a number 22. That means you're building something. So we're instigating, we're building, we have new beginnings, connections. Okay. I'm very interested to see how this all plays out in our reading today. Now, I'm going to be using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. We're going to be looking at each chakra or energy center in the body, and then we're going to clarify with some oracle cards. So let's take a look at the root chakra, our base, our Mars energy. The sun, there's that Leo energy. It's a yes. Happiest card in the deck, but it's also forward motion. So another message of new beginnings. Yes, keep going. And there's the raccoon, problem solver. Be creative, right? Follow that spark. Okay, let's see what else we need to know here. I'm using this astrology deck, and you might say, why are some of those cards flipped over? It's because they're double-sided. So sometimes whatever comes through. And we have here dissolving the structure of ego, which is like a theme in this deck, but it talks about hard working, right? Life of healing or service, craves inspirational occupation. Now, I saw this come through in live the other day when we were talking about this topic. Maybe in your career, you're looking to do something different. You're craving some inspiration in regards to your work life. Now, that can also apply to your romantic life as well. I mean, maybe you're looking for something specific, right? You want a spark that makes you feel motivated. Let's see. Let's take a look at Venus, the sacral chakra, self-worth, self-value, and self-respect. The High Priestess, signs and synchronicities. Now, here's my question to you. Are you seeing angel numbers, hearing songs, having general experiences that feel like they're trying to talk to you? You know, I would say that they're tests. Always remember that. They're testing you to see whether you're in the old or the new. But at the same time, the High Priestess is about ascension, right? Going to the next level. So that's essentially what we've been talking about. New beginnings, building connections. The Bouquet, happiness, harmony. There's that creativity again, a gift. It's also a card of reconciliation if that's something you've been thinking about. All right. But remember, if somebody comes back, they got to come correct. Now, with that, creative expression of the heart. Seductive energy. Oh my. There could be something overly dramatic in matters of the heart, but it does say imaginative, which also, again, links to creativity. Just be careful that you don't have on rose colored glasses, okay? Because there is a bit of Neptune energy. Now, interesting, both of these cards are showing Neptune. Neptune is, yes, dreaminess, but it can also be illusions. So just be very careful right now. Are you seeing things clearly? Okay, let's take a look at the solar plexus, which is your personal power. Well, we got another yellow card. Yellow is the solar plexus. So this is three of coins or pentacles. This is about collaboration, working together, going to the next level, a leg up, so to speak. Let's see. Let's clarify with the oracle cards. Snowflake. Now, whenever I see this card, I think of someone who's a perfectionist and trying to control things. Be very careful. Be very careful. Yes, I know this is about precision and being on point. I get it. It also says be vulnerable, which I think is great. But anytime I see this, this is the sign for me that says, be careful that you're not trying to control things, because when you start trying to control things, you get resistance. Now, 99 could be an angel number that you're seeing, because both of these cards have nines on them. Nines mean you're on the brink of major change. And here we have serious romantic, unconventional. There might be a connection that comes through that is not your norm, unconventional, like someone who's not typically your type. Or you might kind of go, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this. Now, I'm not saying date people that you're not interested in, but it's kind of interesting, like there might be something different about someone. Now, there is an element of fantasy here too. It says gets taken advantage of. Be careful that you don't have rose colored glasses on. Interesting. Just to sort of read what it says at the bottom here, because this is a new deck for me, so I'm getting to know it as well. It says, you have high ideals regarding love and romance, often feeling disappointed that reality doesn't match up to your dreams. Still, you love unconditionally. So here's the issue. I understand unconditional love. At the same time, don't try to force something. Don't try to make it fit when it doesn't. Okay. Pisces energy is very much Neptune, right? That's that dreaminess. And if you're a Pisces or a Pisces placement, you know that oftentimes you've got the whole story in your head before maybe you've even met somebody. Like, let's say you're at a workout class, or you're at an event somewhere, and you see someone from across the room. You're already dreaming up the whole scenario before it's even happened. So just be careful of that, because this seems to be a theme in this reading today. Let's take a look at matters of the heart. What do we need to know? Another solar plexus card. Interesting. Now, 3-3 could be an angel number that you're seeing. Three of Wands means you're sitting on the sidelines saying, I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. I kind of am going back to the beginning of the reading where I talked about going and putting yourself out there. And I can help you with that if you need it. But somebody's holding themselves back. 3 of Wands means like, I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, right? There's always a reason why not. And you should be finding reasons to move yourself forward. Now let's see, what else do we need to know here? Let's clarify with the oracle cards. The waterfall, release, let it come forth. Just like that card at the very beginning. You've got to let it out. Be careful as well that you're not chasing after someone and trying to make it fit. That's just a side note, because it does say on there. Now I'm thinking, don't go chasing waterfalls. All right, let's see. Oh, I got chills thinking of that song. Maybe that's significant to somebody. Here we have love for humanity. More Neptune. Wow, a lot of Neptune cards. Hopeful, artistically talented, sensual, spiritually inclined, gives freely. I think that we all hope, right, for that love and connection. I don't know why it feels like such a love reading in a lot of ways. But at the same time, it's more than just hope. You have to put yourself out there. You have to align with that energy. You have to be willing to receive it. It's one thing to ask for it, another thing to allow it into your life. Let's take a look at the throat chakra. What do we need to know about communication? Seven of Swords. Somebody is holding back. There could be some deception. It could even be self-deception. Well, I need to work on myself. Well, I need to be on my own. Well, I need to do this. It could be somebody who's just telling them a bunch of things to hold back. This could be somebody else that you're dealing with that maybe isn't, speaking their true feelings. This can also be fear, ego. Let's see. There is the light bulb. There's going to be an aha moment or a discovery about something. This cannot be held back forever. Whatever's being hidden or not said, it can't stay like that forever. Eventually, it's going to come out. It's going to come to light. And here we have Sweet Home. All these songs coming through, and I'm thinking of Sweet Home Alabama. Nurturing. You got to nurture the energy. And be careful of any manipulation. And that can be the Seven of Swords. Jupiter is about growth and expansion. We have to let it come forth. I think that's, again, coming back to the beginning of the reading. All right, let's take a look at the third eye, which is our intuition. The moon. Trust your intuition. The moon is revealing something, purging, surrendering, letting go. I had a conversation this week about the difference between giving up and surrendering. I hear often people say, I give up. I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. The words aren't giving up. It's surrender. Because surrender means we're going to let go, let God, let the universe take the wheel. We're going to let things unfold, right? Giving up means we're going to put walls up, and that's just going to keep you stuck. So please do not give up. I won't let you. It's about surrendering and trusting the process, which people find very difficult to do. I know, and I've been there myself, but that's the best advice I can give you. The lily is about ambition and also experience. Take from the experience you've had, right? We're here to learn lessons so that we can do better the next time. And we also want to be ambitious about doing better, having better. And let's see, no looking back. We want peace in our life, right? I know you all want peace. Let's take a look at the crown chakra, the downloads coming through. You got to feel it to heal it. I think some grief, and I've been saying this for a while, I really think some grief is coming to the surface. And maybe it's like waves of grief is how I would describe it, because I don't think it's just right now. I think there has been a lot of grief in the air. And that's because we know things are changing. The tides are changing. Race car, get going. Pressure's on. Do it now. Action, bold, speed, goal-oriented, breaking limits, live fast, take a risk, determination. Exactly. Are you in victim mode or grief mode? Or are you in... Now, I just want to make a point. You know how I was saying how some cards like have two sides to them? Look what this one says. Create new beliefs. It's almost like it was sitting right on top for us. Create new beliefs. You gather vast amounts of information but lack a structured way to organize or understand it, making you feel confused about what you actually believe. Your life path is to encounter things you can't understand until you are forced to abandon logic and broaden your beliefs about all that is. Exposure to information you can't understand pushes you to reorient your beliefs and create new ones. I mean, I can't make that up. I always say knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. And I'm going to take one more just for kicks. Be passionate. Exactly. Be passionate. Okay, let's get some last bit of guidance here before we go. Water bird, speak your truth. My goodness. There you go. Let it come forth. Release. Seven of Swords. Somebody needs to just say it. Wait and listen. Now, you might say this sounds like contradictory energy because you're like, well, wait a second. Am I supposed to wait or speak my truth? Here's what I would say. And I gave this in the weekly reading, actually, and we're not at the end of the week yet. So if you haven't watched the weekly reading, you might want to, because as we get towards the weekend, like today's Thursday that I'm filming this, you're going to notice that you might want to listen more than you speak. So here's the way to look at this. Somebody may speak their truth to you. Something may be revealed to you. And I want you to be in the energy of receiving. I want you to listen before you speak. Now, on the flip side of that, you do need to live authentically. If there's something that you've been holding back, now is the time. Okay? But you have to play it by ear, right? I don't want you to worry about it all now. I want you to be in the present moment when it occurs, but I don't want you to get caught up in your emotions. I want you to breathe before you express or before you speak. I want you to listen. I want you to be patient, because really patience is one of the hardest things for people. They get so caught up in the emotion of it. So hopefully I've made sense the way I've explained that. A reset is coming. It is. I really believe that. Are you ready for it? I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing day.